Hello, good morning. Um, I'm in this park and it's I think it's around 9 o'clock. So, and they still have roses here, so I thought I would show you what it looks like. Because they were super pretty and it's still autumn, and yet they are flowering. So, what did I want to share? Um, Basically, I was thinking about talking about superfoods because nowadays a lot of people are consuming a lot more superfoods, and they are not so aware that most of these superfoods are imported from quite far places across the world, depending on where you are living. So, for example, if superfoods coming from quite far distances, it's also meaning it's going to require more transportation, which is not so good for the environment. And the interesting thing is that most superfoods, there is always one superfood, if not more, in the local setting of where you are living. So do some research and check what kind of superfoods you have in the area where you are living, like what is not naturally produced, and also ensure that understand what kind of benefits are the superfood making for you, because what superfoods really is nutrients, high dense nutrient content per calorie, So let's say you have spirulina, then it means that same amount of spirulina is going to contain quite a lot more nutrients than what you would find in other kind of more common food stuff. And I mean, if you are doing some kind of extreme sports, or you're going as an astronaut out into the space, then that might be kind of beneficial to take that kind of supplements. But I mean, if you're just doing kind of more normal sports and stuff, or you're just living more like a normal kind of lifestyle, it's not super necessary for you to actually consume superfoods. However, I still strongly recommend to implement some of the superfoods because they are really, as I said, nutrient dense, and you do not need that much, to actually get satisfied, because if your body gets what it needs, it's going to be a lot less hungry and have less cravings. But just to be aware of where you're getting those superfoods from, because it doesn't have to be sourced from some really far distant place. It might be just in the area wherever you might be living. So yeah, I mean, I have tried quite a lot of different superfoods, like goji berries are considered superfood, spirulina, chlorella, which is more like an algae, and I really think it's nice to have some kind of greens every day in the diet. Then I mean, you have wheatgrass and all these kinds of green powders. Those are maybe not always considered a superfood, but they do have quite a lot of nutrients in a small amount of product. But so you do not need to consume huge amounts of green leafy vegetables if you actually take some green powder. So I'm not negative against superfoods, but because they are more pricey, and you still kind of can get most of your nutrients from other kinds of common plant-based food stuff. I mean, it's not that you need to consume every single superfood to actually be getting all nutrients that you need. But I mean, it's always nice to try, especially if you're going to some local area, if you're traveling. I mean, try there is anything that is like superfood locally, or depending on where you are living, try and get it from where you actually are. So you also, you know, considering the environmental aspect of the consumption, you know. And there are quite a lot of different berries, like you have acai, you have camu camu, and there's like, I think baobab is also a kind of superfood. And how these things are measured, it's just that in comparison to the calorie, you have these amounts of different nutrients that are measured, you know, their components into that specific calorie, you know. But as I said, it's not like you're going to be unhealthy unless you do not consume them. But yeah, if you have the option, try some out, but try and find them locally. And by the way, I hope you enjoy this little you know, walk here in this this is like a city park, so it's quite as I said, it's like early in the morning, so it's not super crowded, but there are some people walking here, you know. So yeah, I'm going to do some study now, because I'm a student. I'm studying a master in integrative health science, and you know, to consider also regarding the superfoods is that, you know, most people are not going to be able to consume superfoods, like import them and have them on their plate. So just for the solidarity reasons also, to consider that, try find them locally and be conscious, you know. It's always about being conscious of what you are consuming and so forth. So yeah, okay, I'm going to continue with my day now, but I hope you enjoy this, and if you have any questions, you can just, you know, ask whatever you might be wondering regarding this, you know, and I will try to do my best and answer it. And yeah, that's it. Nice autumn day, you know, so bye.